And so internationalization is a massive growth trigger. So today we're only addressing 7% of the global e-commerce market. And France is the first market that we entered into. And here the numbers are really growing quite dramatically. So today, France alone is bigger than all foreign markets were last year.
Welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now from our OTC studios in New York City is Michael Riedl. He is the CEO of Team Internet. And Michael, it's really great to have you along. How are you?
I'm great, Steve. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good to have you along. Excited to talk to you. It's been a little while since you and I have had a chance to talk, and there's lots to talk about. The company's been so busy. Maybe just remind everyone a little bit about what the company does, and then we'll talk about sort of what's been happening in this last year. It's been so busy.
Right. So Team Internet powers online identity and online discovery, which means we help companies around the world to create and protect their identity online. But we also help them being discovered online by bringing consumers to all kinds of different merchants.
Okay. I know that last time you talked about your search transition that was happening, and that's now completed, and you've entered sort of the scaling phase. And maybe you can explain what that means.
Right. So with our main partner, Google, the leading search engine operator worldwide, we've been operating under a model called AdSense for domains, which has been a big success story for the last 2 decades. And Google has now, together with the entire industry, been transitioning to a new feed called related search on content, which is much more content rich, a better advertiser experience, a better consumer experience. However, it required some recalibration in the entire ecosystem, but this recalibration is now finished, and we're now proceeding to pure scaling, doing what we are best at, relentlessly optimizing and maximizing for returns.
And the AI-enabled scaling is proving successful, correct? And you've got an example of that, right?
Yes. So the scaling of related search on content is now happening, but I think what you're referring to is the progress that we are making in our comparison business, where
Yes.
we help customers not finding the cheapest price, which is easy to do, but to help them making the right choice that makes them truly happy about the purchase. And in this business we have, I believe, the smartest approach to artificial intelligence. So rather than doing live inferences where people have to learn how to prompt, have to wait for the results, and the results are then subject to hallucination and other uncertainties, we pre-manufacture AI results, which makes them cheaper to produce, faster to load, more efficient on conversion, and free of any hallucination and data decay, making them more reliable for customers. And our figures show that this is working. So while quite a few commercial website operators in the world are struggling with declining revenue or traffic numbers, our traffic numbers completely hold up even 3.5 years after the advent of generative AI.
Yeah. And is this happening in France? Is that showing a bit of proof there, Michael?
Yes. So internationalization is one of the largest triggers. So
Yeah.
even though this is already second most profitable business that we operate, here the entire profit we extract out of the German-speaking community, Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And so internationalization is a massive growth trigger. So today we're only addressing 7% of the global e-commerce market. And France is the first market that we entered into, and here the numbers are really growing quite dramatically. So today, France alone is bigger than all foreign markets were last year.
Wow. That's a good proof point. Yeah, that's a good proof point for sure. I know that there's some stuff going on behind the scenes as well, some refinancing that's been progressing along. Maybe give us an update on where that's at.
Yes, so we are having very constructive meetings with fixed income investors, and we hope that we will be able to announce an outcome of these conversations in the next couple of weeks. So I know that everyone is waiting for this outcome, and yeah, stay tuned. We are
Okay.
making
Yeah.
good
I know
progress.
you're talking to people, so it's really hard to update. I understand that specifically. Let's talk about DIS and the strategic optionality that you have there. Can you give the audience a bit of an update on that one as well?
Yes. So DIS, as we've recently announced on the 24th of April, we are in receipt of several competing bids at pricing levels that would actually allow us to retire all debt that we have and still have good means for future shareholder returns. So here, there's also a reason of the refinancing. DIS is a formidable business, a business that you absolutely would want to own. So we'll basically give ourselves the right time to come to the right outcome for this business. But it's looking really good, and I'm already happy to update the market once we have the final outcome.
Yeah, I guess really what you're saying here, Michael, is the fact that on the business side things are going extremely well, and now on the corporate side you're trying to get that ship to where it's equaling what you're seeing on the business side, and that's a process that takes place. But you're pretty confident in where the company's heading right now.
Yes, exactly. In particular, our domains business is a very solid one. Currently, we are amidst the so-called ICANN and TLD round, so a process where we will again expect that hundreds, if not thousands, of new domain extensions, so alternatives to .com, would come to the market, and that's something that where we are well established as the market leader, and we'll see huge benefits from this over the next couple of years. Uh, which also makes us very positive that we will have a positive outcome on the current sales conversations.
Yeah. And lastly, as I mentioned, you're at the OTC market in New York. How important is North America to the company in the US? You're there obviously meeting people in New York City, and I would think that it's something that you really need to really push forward with the company.
Yes, right. So for our domains business, the United States is already the largest market. The
Yeah.
same applies to our search division, where also the United States is our largest market since ever and a day. Now, the final missing piece is also making it the main market for our comparison business. But now we win France, and then US is next.
Well, exciting times ahead. I know it's been very busy. I'm glad we were able to nail you down for a quick interview while you were in New York. Michael, thank you so much. Good to see you again and continued success. Okay.
Thank you, Steve.
All right. There's Michael Riedl, the CEO of Team Internet.